Boss! Boss, wait! Nyla called, coming up from behind while pushing her disabled sister in a wheelchair. What's wrong, Nyla? Why are you in such a hurry? The company owner, Jack, asked. Nyla replied, As I told you, today is my sister's final treatment. I came to give you the homemade food by hand because you did me a huge favor by giving me $500. Jack froze in shock. He remembered he had actually given Michael $10,000 to pass along. Wait here at the company. I'll call you. Nyla handed over the food and the money and then left. Jack immediately called his manager, Michael, who also acted as his secretary, and angrily told him to come out to the garden at once. When Michael arrived, Jack demanded, I gave you money to give to Nyla. Where is it? The truth came out. Michael had taken the money, but out of greed gave only half to Helen and kept the rest. Helen, who had been sleeping in the garden instead of working, turned out to be greedy too. She gave Nyla only $500 and kept the rest for herself. Michael protested, I gave all the money to Nyla. You can ask Helen if you don't believe me. Jack called Helen over and asked her the same question. Helen lied, insisting she'd handed over the full amount and that Nyla had already left. Otherwise, she would have shown proof. Then, Jack called Nyla. Nyla hasn't gone anywhere. She's on her way back. Now the truth about both of you will come out. Michael and Helen were stunned. When Jack asked Helen how much she had actually given, she reluctantly admitted, $500. Helen started accusingly. She's lying. I handed over every penny myself. Michael supported Helen's lie. At that point, Jack, who had been quietly listening, broke his silence. He turned to Michael and said, Michael, why don't you show your wallet? It's in your hand. Show it here. Michael tried to pretend he didn't have any money, but when the man ripped open Michael's bag, the hidden cash that Michael had been stashing was revealed. Michael, don't you have anything to say? Jack demanded. Michael, putting on a fake, tearful act, stammered, I was set up. This money isn't mine. His crocodile tears were obvious. Jack snapped. Enough. You should have thought about this before betraying us. In fact, you two haven't just done this once. You've betrayed the company many times. I'll fire both of you. Michael stopped pretending and said, You can't fire us. We own shares in this company just like you. We have as many shares as you do. Are you really going to fire us over a low-paid cleaning woman? Helen sided with him. Jack replied coldly, You must be forgetting. You already sold 30% of your 50% share to me earlier. As for the remaining 20%, you can't touch me now. The audience will decide what should happen next. He turned to the camera and said, Tell us what you think in the comments. And don't forget